Okay, good. Well, welcome everybody and welcome the virtual audience. I guess we had some trouble with Facebook last week, is that right? Yeah, so anyway, we think we have that problem solved. Just a little bit of housekeeping. We sent out a notice because of the flooring project in the temple that there wouldn't be daily vespers on the 17th, but they're running ahead of schedule. How about that? You know, that's a rare thing. So it looks like that we probably will be able to have daily vespers next Wednesday at 6, and then we'll try to kick off at 7 o'clock as we're doing this evening with the catechetical segment. Saturday is going to be a really big day now because we've got to sort of put everything back to order, and you can write your name in just about everything in the temple, so lots of dust rags and pledge and whatever else to pick up the dust. Get us back into order, but it's all very exciting. And we'll be receiving 3 people by chrismation on Sunday morning. Sunday's going to be quite a day. It's pretty glorious to have the Feast of the Exaltation of the Holy Cross fall on a Sunday. So after the great doxology at the end of Orthros, we'll receive 3 new people into the church, and then we'll stop and I'll go into the altar and we'll come out with the altar boys and we'll actually do the procession of the altar of the cross to the small table that's going to be out there, and we've got a really cool rite for that, even with 100 Lord Have Mercies all being sung and all that kind of stuff. It's just going to be terrific. And then the kids on last Saturday, they thought we also should have a little walk outside, so at the end of liturgy we'll form ourselves again and take to outside and read another gospel at the doors and come in, and then can all venerate the cross and take a red carnation home for the prayer corner. Whoa, that's going to be quite a day. Yeah, there are seasonal times for doing baptisms and receiving people by chrismation, and I think you know that the big one, of course, is just before Pascha. Technically on Great and Holy Saturday, the rites of Great and Holy Saturday and what we do in the evening were one big unit. So it was for full time. And you can imagine, baptizing scores and scores of people, that took a while. And there are some parishes that are doing things like that. I know of one parish that baptized 118 last Pascha. Those are baptisms, not just reception by chrismation. And then, of course, at Theophany, some can be done. At Pentecost, some can be done. At Holy Cross is another time. And then just before Nativity is another traditional time. So all of that is somewhat educational for you all, but it's also a reminder of what we're doing here and what people virtually are plugging into. And that is, we're doing a kind of underscoring of the bishop's role in the preparation of candidates for entrance into the church. And we've had some of those readings, and basically what we're getting is a kind of compilation of the various teachings because they're consistent. That's another thing which is remarkable about the Orthodox Church. It is just simply consistent. And it has historicity, it has continuity. And imagine what our history has been in terms of the externals that have impacted the life of the church. We've never gone through an enlightenment. We've never gone through a reformation. We've never done any of those things. But we have survived under the onslaught of Islam and communism and all of those kinds of things. And we've popped up to the surface. In 1988, Gorbachev, who was running the Soviet Union in those days, thought, it's the millennium of the baptism of the Rus, the coming of Orthodox Christianity to the